InfraSim provides you infrastructure simulation at the data center scale. This is a series of InfraSim tutorials. In this episode, we talk about how to configure your hypervisor, launch virtual node, and get access. At last, we provide an example to install OS in virtual node. First, let's configure the hypervisor. To enable SSH to all virtual machines on the hypervisor, log in into your ESXi host with vSphere client. For the ESXi host, go to Configuration tab, click Security Profile. In Service part, click Properties. On the pop-up dialog, check SSH. If its daemon is stopped, start it in Options. Once hypervisor's SSH service was enabled, SSH to the ESXi host enable VHV in ESXi host's configuration file. Add its etc vmware config and add vhv.enable equals to true. This enables nested virtualization on vSphere. To configure ESXi host network, go to the Configuration tab, click Networking, and then choose the switch that you would like to create the control network on. The switch should be attached to a physical network adapter which has external connectivity with the DHCP server. Here we are using vSwitch 0, which is connected to an external DHCP server through vmNIC 0. On the vSwitch 0, choose Properties. On the pop-up dialog, click Add, choose Virtual Machine, and then give a name Control Network for the port group. Once the vSwitch is created, remember to configure its promiscuous mode to accept. Reopen the vSwitch 0 Properties dialog. Select Control Network, click Edit. On the dialog, set Promiscuous mode to accept. Till now, your hypervisor is ready for InfraSim. Now we are going to deploy a virtual node. With previous episode, we've got virtual node OVA image already. In vSphere client, click File, Deploy OVF Template. Select the OVA file you want to deploy. Here we are using a virtual Dell R630 image. Click Next, give a name for the virtual node, choose a data store where you want to deploy the node. Click Next, choose the control network we set up earlier to connect the external DHCP server. Then click Finish to complete the deployment. Now power on the virtual node and open the console to check if the system is booting. Once the system boots up, you can see the login prompts. The username is root, password is root. Once logging, run ps to check if all the servers are running. More specifically, InfraSim is for BMC simulation, QEMU is for virtual host simulation, Socket is for QEMU's serial overlay to virtual BMC. vmtools_d is VMware's guest tools. Then run ifconfig bridge 0 to check the IP address. We shall use the IP address then. To connect to the virtual host, create a VNC session to the nested VM QEMU on port 5901. Once it connects successfully, you will see the console output of the nested VM QEMU. To connect to the virtual BMC, either log in to virtual node or use IPMI tool on any end which has connectivity to the virtual node. Use IPMI tools through command and see if virtual BMC works properly. As a final step, we will install Ubuntu on the virtual host of QEMU. Before installation, you should upload an Ubuntu ISO file to the ESXi data store and then select the CD/DVD drive on the toolbar. Choose Connect to an ISO image on a data store. Select an ISO file you just uploaded. Once it was done, go back to virtual BMC, use IPMI tool to set the virtual node boot from CD-ROM. Then power off and power on the virtual host. Reopen the VNC session and press F12. You will see the boot menu. Now CD-ROM is at the head of the list. Continue to boot up the system. Soon we will see the Ubuntu installation starts. To summarize, during this video, we show how to configure your ESXi hypervisor and then deploy an InfraSim instance on it. We check fundamental services and get connected to virtual BMC and virtual host. Then finally install Ubuntu into the virtual host. Next episode, we shall lead you to quickly boot a virtual stack by InfraSim. Thanks for watching.